Hey everybody, how's it going? This is the beta training video for Simple Lead Generator. I may use this as a promotional video as well. Just haven't quite decided yet. But anyway, this is the Simple Lead Generator. We've been working on it for months, and we've just done a bunch of upgrades and updates, and finally getting it out the door. There's 4 different channels for lead generation here, and I'll go over them as quickly as I can. The inception of this, and, the idea behind it is simply to create a user experience where whatever type of audience, whatever type of list that the user wants, they can get a highly targeted list, and they can get it, just basically at the push of a button or two. And then, of course, they can message those people on that list. So I'd like to first draw our attention to Opportunity. Opportunity is a network that it's only been around for, I think 3.5 years. And they're now called My Opportunity. Now, what's interesting about them, there's about 9 million people there. Almost all of them are from LinkedIn. And they are, it's a highly professional place. Let me just put it that way. The inception of Opportunity was to develop a social network for business where instead of running invitations and a bunch of other things like you do in LinkedIn, they would simply provide you with leads by matching you with an algorithm that is developed upon the different selections that you make when you join. Kind of like an eHarmony for business. And I didn't really pay a lot of attention to them the first couple of years as they were growing, but now they've got a little larger. I've realized they're comprised almost entirely of LinkedIn people, and it's a very interesting place. I will probably give out my link for people to join through me for Opportunity, but you can just go and sign up. And basically, you have a couple of choices when you sign up, and you would sign up for leads to get leads for your business. So you put in a few of the types of businesses that you're looking for and a few of the things that you have to offer a business, and then they put leads into your account. And I'll let you take a look here. You can update the leads right here. You just click the button and it pulls those leads that are in the Opportunity account into the software. Now, Opportunity on a free account, they only unlock so many of those leads, but you're also getting messages from other people, and this is actually really valuable. They used to do things slightly differently, but now they have a system where when you sign up for free, they still provide you with leads, and you select up to 5 areas of the country. In the United States, this means that you would select up to 5 states. Now, you could and you can set up multiple accounts. So if you want to create, say, 10 accounts, you would be able to blanket all 50 states. And that's part of the inception for this system. We have a system here, which I won't go into right now, but it can automatically sign you up inside Opportunity, so you don't have to spend 20 minutes setting up each account. And then here's the message sending. This looks kind of like the Send to Personal Network from the Advanced Social Messenger. And you can set the limit, and you can select Start from the beginning or not. If you want to unselect anybody or search for somebody, it's here. You can select the account. You can put in multiple accounts. Select all, clear all, and you just hit the send message. Now, the message is inside this message master here. You can set up the message, you can edit it, delete it, and you'll also notice the projects, again, set up kind of like Advanced Social Messenger, where you've got the coordination of the account with the message master message here. So if you've got, let's say, 10 accounts and you've got 2 message master messages because you want to have 5 different messages, or excuse me, 1 different message for 5 different accounts for 1 target market, and 1 other message for 5 different accounts for a different target market. If you're splitting them up, you can do that. And this is why we have that here, is that you can select the account, and then you've got the different message master messages here, and then you just click which one you want for that account and click Save. So it coordinates the message with what account you want. Okay. Those of you familiar with Advanced Social Messenger, you already know that. Anyway, I invite you to go to myopportunity.com, join, and they will put leads in your account almost instantly. And then you can come here, you can go to Manage Leads, you can update leads, you can set up your message, you can coordinate it in the projects, and then you can send it, and then you can start getting response from your message fairly quickly. So that is the opportunity section in the software. Originally, that is what the software was set up to do, was to exploit the opportunity network over and over and over again. However, I saw many other things that we could add to this. So I'm going to go next to Twitter, and a lot of people, when they check out Twitter, what they don't really realize is that you can target a very specific Twitter account. And I'm going to pause for just a second. I'll pull one up as an example. Okay, very quickly, to illustrate this, I've logged into my Twitter account and put in the search LifeVantage and went to their page. LifeVantage is an MLM. Now, you could put in, you can find a certain person's name, like let's say you were trying to get all of the followers of a specific internet marketing guru, or let's say you were after an association like maybe lawyers or chiropractors. In this case, I would be targeting a health and longevity MLM called LifeVantage. Here they've got 3,816 followers. So those people, beyond any doubt, are into longevity, and they're into maintaining their health through nutrition, and they're also into MLM. Depending on what you want to do, you can search for it on Twitter, and you can find anything very specific. And there may be 50,000 followers here. I mean, some people have 80 to 100,000 followers. Now, it would take time to download that many, but what we're doing in the software is, and I started doing this on just on a test last night. You can put in LifeVantage. It will go to that page I just showed you for the 3,800. Now, I set a limit to 50, but if you wanted them all, you'd put in that same number, 3,816. Okay, and all you have to do is just hit that one button, search. It will pull down all of the people, okay, that are following LifeVantage. Now, you want to let this run overnight, okay, because it's doing it in such a way that it's not going to disturb Twitter. You're not going to get your account closed. So it looks like a human is doing this, but think about it. Any type of audience that you want, doesn't matter what it is, it's out there for the taking for free. Once you have this software, you just hit search and it will follow and download that database. Now, it's only going to be able to follow the first few hundred, but after that, you can follow the rest of them on a day-to-day basis. And it's you hit search, it downloads that database of followers that's targeted, that's on Twitter. And guess what? All you have to do is go over here, auto like tweet. You set the date range. Okay. You probably want to set it back a couple of weeks. I've got this from like a year ago, but you'd set it for, let's say, I don't know, the 1st of May 2016, and today is the 5th. And you could go back a little bit further than that. Let's go back to the 24th. We want to go back, 2 or 3 weeks the first time. And once you do that, you've got all of these people here, okay, that you've downloaded, and all you do is hit this tweets like button. That's it. It's going to like their tweets, okay, from this date range that you set. So what that does is it lets them know that you like something that they have tweeted, and it induces them to follow you. It is the proven way to get people to follow you back on Twitter. And it's just setting the date range, hitting one button, and you're done. Whenever you want to tweet, you can come in here, you can set up your tweet, and you can, once you type it, tweet it, and it'll come down here, and that's it. Once or twice a week, you tweet whatever you want to that targeted audience. So again, the idea is for you to download a very targeted audience and communicate with them, and you can build and maintain them through auto liking their tweets. Okay. But think about this. If there's a speaker that you, let's say, that you were following, could be Anthony Robbins, for instance, and that you know that the people that would pay to go see him, okay, you know that they're following him on Twitter. If there's a mastermind that somebody has on Facebook that you would have to pay to get into, all you have to do is just go to their Twitter account, download their followers, and guess what? Almost everybody's there. And then you can communicate with them. This is the way to circumvent how to access people that are, coordinated with a certain topic and or person. And you can search for certain topics as well. If you put in a topic, say affiliate marketing, you're going to find some super affiliates inside Twitter, and then of course you can get their followers. So this is a very interesting way to target specific people that you know what their interests are, and do it in mass, and do it in a very coordinated manner, and then you've got them where you can send messages to them over and over and over again. Next, LinkedIn. Here in LinkedIn, you've got a couple things. You can put in a keyword. Could be anything you can think of. I suggest that you select all of these, and you can hit search. Now, it'll take a few minutes, which is why I'm not going to do it right now, but within about 10 minutes, it will go out to Google, and it will find all of the posts that have been completed by people on LinkedIn regarding that subject and or that company having to do with that keyword. Could be affiliate marketers, could be chiropractors, could be anything. But if you put that keyword in and you click search, it will go out and find them. Now, it may only find 50 to 100 emails, might find 500. Depends on the keyword that you put in. But this is an instant list that you can then turn around and send emails to. Now we have up in the SMTP up here, this is your email section. You put the emails in here and save them, kind of like the message master. Okay, you can select how fast the emails go out depending on your SMTP here. All right, and then when you have excuse me, when you have the list here, okay, then you just select the subject line from up here, set the limit, which is going to match how many you've got here. So if you've got 115 emails, you would set it to 115 and then hit send, and that's it. So it's an instant way to grab people on LinkedIn from outside of LinkedIn. Never logs into LinkedIn. We don't even have a LinkedIn login in the menu, and then you can go ahead and send to them. Under email LinkedIn contacts, this is kind of cool. In Advanced Social Messenger, we have been updating contacts, and sometimes it takes days because you have to do it very slowly. And LinkedIn can change the user IDs and make you redo that, which has happened, which people are just furious about that. So this is the answer to that. What you can do is you can just export your LinkedIn contacts. You go to your contacts on the upper right inside LinkedIn. There's a little gear. Click on it, and then you'll see download contacts. You download them. They come into your computer in a CSV file, and basically you just click here, go to that file, double click it, save it, and they will appear here along with the name, title, information, etc. Okay, and even if you've got 7 or 8 or 26,000, I've met somebody with 26,000 LinkedIn contacts, whatever it is, then you can put them in here, and you can send to all of them. You can also search via keyword to find certain people if you want to send to a certain person, and or type of people. And again, you select the email, put the send limit you want, and hit send emails, and it's that simple. There's no more updating contacts, no more sending out 250 a day through the Send to Personal network. We just use email, and we can send anything we want to them, and we can send to all of them at once if we want to through this technology. So it's much easier, faster, and simpler. And I suggest that we move to this because we're going to have a lot less problems. So I put that in here. That's what the LinkedIn portion is. In a sense, you've got an instant list, right? Because you've got your LinkedIn list. And again, that's the inception of Simple Lead Generator, is to have a target audience that is set up for you, and all you need to do is to communicate with them. Okay, the last section, which is probably the one that most people are going to use, is the Facebook section. So very interesting here. I've created a couple of things that with all the Facebook technology out there that I have never seen done before. And I'd like to bring your attention to this really quick. We used to have a software called Advanced Social Marketer, and in that we were posting to groups. We took some of that technology, brought it in here, and repurposed it. But you'll see how we use that in just a second here. First thing you want to do is update your friends. You just select the account that you have and then click Update Friends, and wait 30 seconds and it should update for you. Okay. Next, we've got Update Groups. You come in here, click on Update Groups, and it will bring in the groups that you have. If you want to join groups, then you can put in almost anything that you can think of here. I've got Amway. Here's 504,428 Amway members. These are open groups that you can join. You can set the group limit to anything you want. 40 or 50 is a really good number if you're doing a search. However, if you know that it's a widely used term like realtors, you might want to go, say, up to 150 if you really want to target that market. Now, what you can do here is you select the one that you want, okay? Select the account, and then put in the keyword term, set the limit. 40 is a good number, but depending, on what you want, and you just hit search groups, and it'll go out and find the groups. More importantly, it'll find out how many members are in. So now, if I wanted to, start communicating with Amway people, I would just need to join this one group, okay? Be part of the moment. Click on that, and there's more than 500,000 members in there. So once you come in here and you're done, you just click the one that you want to join. You click Join Selected, and let's say there's 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever that you're going to join. I wouldn't do more than 10 a day, but you want to set this to 5 to 15 minutes. Okay. So set this to 5 to 15 minutes, and then it'll join a group between 5 and 15 minutes, so that it looks like a human is joining it. And let's see, there you go. So that's set now. And then again, all you need to do after you select is just click Join Selected and let it go through the process. Now, if you've got, let's say 10 different groups there, then, it's going to purposely take a couple hours to do it. That way, you're not going to get in trouble with Facebook. It's not going to, get you put in Facebook jail or anything like that. Now, you don't really need massive amounts of groups. The strategy here is to have a Facebook account that you open specifically for the purpose of marketing. It's free to open a new account, okay? And you don't want to use your personal account. You never know what kind of rules Facebook's going to come up with. You don't want to get your account in jail for some crazy reason in the future. The software is generally really benign. It's not going to get you put in jail, but you don't want to risk your personal account ever. Plus, you don't need to. Plus, you've got the ability to set up the account for free in 5 minutes, and you can use that information that you put into the account when you set it up to coordinate with your target market. So if you're going after realtors, you could actually set yourself up as a realtor in your account information and make that transparent so that people see that, hey, you're also a realtor. So that's another advantage. Also, more to the point, you can have up to 5,000 friends per account, and your agenda should be to have as many friends as possible. So how this works is you first come in, you search, and you join the groups. The next day or 2 days later, after you're accepted, you come back and you go to the group posting, and you select, you're probably going to select all, but just in case you've got, a group or two that you don't want to target that day. If you look at mine here, I've got different dog lovers, and I've also got a lot of work at home stuff. So I've actually got 2 different target markets here. So you put in a message similar to this. Now, it's best if you come up with 3 or 4 of your own messages, okay? And don't just rely on the one that I have here. But here's the one that I've used successfully. And what you're doing here is you are requesting people in these groups to friend you. It's exactly what you're doing. Now, not everybody is going to friend you in these groups, and you wouldn't want everybody to friend you in these groups because you'd probably get, 5,000 the first day. That would be crazy. But what's cool about this is that the people that are active on Facebook, active in those groups, action takers, those are the people that you want to associate with the most anyway. They're the most enthusiastic about whatever niche market you're going after. They're the people that are spending time posting in the groups and looking at what other people are posting. And so these are the people that are going to friend you. It's going to naturally sort the most important people for you, the enthusiastic people in that group, by doing this. So the message here says, I am really impressed with the members in this group. I would be honored if any of you would friend me. Okay. Now, you can come up with several different variations on this. Again, don't use the same one all the time. But every few days, like twice a week, you come in here and you post a message like this into these groups. Now, if you have 4 different types of posts for this and you're running them twice a week, switch them off every time you do that. And go ahead and post into all of the groups that represent your market niche. If done properly, you will get a steady stream of people friending you, and basically you will build a highly targeted list that you can then communicate with on demand. Now, this is how this is done. You're targeting very specific people, and you're running this in automation. All you're doing is hitting a button here after you've joined the group. Again, this is the central theme of Simple Lead Generator. You just simply acquire the audience that you want, a highly targeted audience. Here, it's very targeted, and it's enthusiastic people. It's hard to do better than this, especially for free when you got the software. Now, lastly, I want to go into here. All right. Now, as you do this, all right, you come into the post. Now, this is a technology that doesn't exist anywhere else. I've never seen it. So we invented it here. And what this does is it takes your friends that you have, your friends here, okay, when you update friends, they'll show up. You would select them all, okay, and then what we're doing is we are pushing notifications to your friends, okay, through the use of a photo and or infographic. So it takes the infographic that you set up over here, and it tags your friends, 50 at a clip. Of course, there's only 7 here. I'm just starting this account. And then it posts it, and it generates a notification to those friends that they're tagged in that photo. And they will come and they will see that infographic or photo that that you're doing. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention really quick. When you set in this post, okay, get an image, the same image that you're using for your Facebook profile, and upload it to the software here so that it posts that image along with your message. Let's go back over here. Okay, so as you acquire your friends, even if you've got several thousand of them, you just click all. You set up this infographic, and I'll show you how to do this. So the last one I did here, we have a new winning software, Prepare to be Amazed, short video here, and I've got the link to our other software, Your Client Builder. This comes into the notifications as a clickable link, by the way. Now, let's just say I want to change this, and I say new software available. Okay, I'll put an exclamation mark in there. I'll click set font. Now, you want to get a large font like 36, and then let's set color. I'll make it green just so it's different. Okay, and then you click apply. It'll tell you the width should be changed, but you just click yes, and it changes here, new software available. And then all I have to do is write whatever message I want here. Okay, you can write you want to keep it under about 200 characters. Okay, and then click post. That's it. You're done. You can push that notification to thousands of your Facebook friends right there with one button. That is one of the most interesting things about this software. We can acquire a targeted friends list, and we can post to them and push notifications to them. Now, notifications come in when you go into Facebook. You look at your top center and you'll see a little red notification, and people often check that when they log into their Facebook account. They click on it and it shows the notification right there, along with that clickable link that you have. And you can do this over and over and over again. Unless they unfriend you, they're going to continue to get notifications from you. This is the inception of Simple Lead Generator. The only other thing I didn't show you is the SMTP, where you can set up your emails here. And this is pretty standard. You can set up your SMTP system here, and your your SMTP account here. Okay, so this is Simple Lead Generator. Again, it's very simple to operate. You push a button, you acquire an audience, and then the only thing you really need to focus on is what kind of messages you're going to send to them, what kind of notifications or tweets, or in the case of LinkedIn, what kind of direct emails, or in the case of Opportunity Network, what kind of messages. And that's it. You're basically handed your target audience. Anyway, I look forward to any feedback from anybody. Of course, we're going to be adding some things onto this, but it's good to go right now. And I'm really excited about this one. I really am. Being able to post to thousands of Facebook friends, that's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And being able to build that target audience. This has never been done before, and I look forward to everybody's feedback. Thank you for watching.